so I won't be expecting a 3-3 draw. And after the match, he was asked about that. He said, "Yeah," he said, "I didn't predict this, did I?" Because 3-3 is relatively unusual, isn't it? But to actually say this won't be a 3-3 draw because were no goals between the two teams last year
Yeah.
was quite a prediction to make. But yeah, it was a brilliant game to watch. And the sad bit was if Mateta if we hadn't had that last minute chance and we'd all come away at 3-3, I
Mm.
think there would have been a feeling, well, okay, that's all right. It's not a victory, but we were losing. Near the end, we were losing, and we then equalised. So you come away with a bit of positivity. But instead of that, I think people came away, whilst respecting the point, as they say on a draw, thinking, oh, we should have won that. We should have had, the 3 points, which would have put us up to third or fourth, instead of which we're now, I don't know, seventh, something like that.
Mm.
But it was a great game. It really was. And just
Yeah.
as a final point on Palace, I should be there tomorrow night at Palace. We're playing. I forget who the name of the team. We're playing. I can't remember who it is. It might be. I don't think it's the Irish team, but anyway, in the Conference League,
Mm.
European Conference League, we've
Mm.
got a home match tomorrow, so it'd be interesting to see how that goes. But 2 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago, the Everton game, I think, which Palace arguably should have won or could have won,
Mm.
we got tired because we played on the Thursday and we played on the Sunday, and this week we're playing tomorrow night. And then where do we go on Sunday? Arsenal. So that's going to be no easy game on Sunday. But
Mm.
I shall be there and cheering on Palace. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. Well, I hope you I wish you a good game. I wish you I wish you a good game. Right, okay.
Let's
So the
hope.
next yeah, go on, sorry.
No, no. I just said let's
All right.
hope so. Yeah,
Yeah, let's hope so. Yeah, now the next one we're going to go to is the sacking of Postecoglou and
yeah,
Postecoglou.
yeah.
We all saw it coming, right? Is it just me?
We did, and we talked about it, haven't we?
Yeah, we all saw
I
it
think
coming.
that his appointment there
Yeah,
by, and I never think of the man's name, the Greek owner, but it wasn't. It was obviously not going to be a marriage made in heaven, so to
yeah,
speak, was it?
yeah, yeah.
Because I think everyone knows that the Greek owner, he's probably got a lot of good qualities. I mean, to be fair, he's obviously loaded with money. The fact that he's in that position, and let's face it, last season Nuno did so well there that,
Yeah.
and of course they had a relatively bad end to the season. Their last 9 or 10 games weren't so good, but they
Mm,
were still doing okay. Still qualified. Well, they qualified for the competition that we're in, and we should have really been in the one they're in, the Europa
yeah.
League. But that's another story. But yeah, the big mistake, and it's very easy for me to sit here and talk about the big mistakes of other people in football, ridiculously easy. But from an observer's point of view, to fall out with his manager, as he clearly did at the end of the season, that business on the pitch where he kind of stormed up a bit to Nuno and very visibly and publicly gave him a bit of a dressing down, I think.
Mm,
Um, that clearly affected Nuno, and indeed, one would have thought he would have sacked him in the summer in the close season. But early this season, I think Nuno made it clear in one or two interviews that no, he wasn't worried about being sacked, and I think he sort of said enough because he wanted to be sacked. He wanted to go. I think he probably felt. I think he probably felt there's no way I can have a relationship with the owner because of what has
mm,
happened, and we don't know what else may happen. So he kind of signed his own departure warrant, I think. so that the manager in Everton, the owner, was going to sack him. Now, there's a debate, isn't there? Was he right to go for Postecoglou, who'd had a pretty torrid season at Spurs? Although we'd have to say he did win the Europa League Cup. Or was it the Europa League or the Conference? It was the Europa League.
The Europa League, yeah.
Now in the Champions League. Yeah, so they won that. They actually won a trophy for the first time in some years. So, and there was thoughts he might even have stayed on at Tottenham, but I think Daniel Levy, who's since gone himself, but he got rid of Postecoglou, and there were rumours he might go back to Scotland because he managed up there, didn't he, and did very well up there, or possibly to Europe. Well, I think I was slightly surprised that he was requested. He signed on for Forest because although he won that trophy, the season wasn't great at Tottenham. We can talk about injuries and so on. There were doubts. Therefore, for the owner at Forest to take him on may have been a calculated risk. But I heard Postecoglou when I was driving to Palace on Saturday. I heard him saying he was being interviewed, and he said, how are you doing here then? And the interviewer said, and he said, I've just found my house here. He said, so I'm not worried, because he was like, are you worried about being sacked? I've just found my house. I've been in digs up to now, so at least, for the family, we found a house. And of course, little did he know that later that day, he was going to be sacked on Saturday, a few minutes after the game. I mean, listening to the goals going in, 1-0, 2-0, I think it was a 12:30 game, wasn't it? And I was watching it while I was in a media room at Palace. And you thought, 1-0, he might survive, 2 or more, he might not. And the interesting thing is that when the third goal went in, the opposition's fans started singing. They didn't start singing, "You're getting sacked in the morning," which is what they were saying. "You're getting sacked in a minute." And of course, he was. And they think that's going to be the new chant now. Instead of opposition fans baiting a manager not doing too well with "you're going to get sacked in the morning," it's "you're going to get sacked in a minute," because that's really sets a precedent, isn't it? By this Forest owner sacking someone just like that, having he's had 36 days.